Alrighty. Okay, so actually, it's kind of good we have two Marilyns. It looks like we have more than 5 people.
I can't get her off the screen.
Okay,
She's off now.
all right.
She's off, but she's there. I can't make her leave the meeting yet.
That's okay, don't worry.
Very stubborn.
She will be very quiet, trust me.
Okay, that'll be a quiet Marylyn.
Yes, a quiet Maryland.
All right, so our next general membership meeting is on Valentine's Day, which I think this has happened before, as I remember.
Yep.
And we only have 2 subjects that we're covering. And Marilyn, feel free to chime in here. I have Susan Grant and Alan Dodd coming to talk about the proposed water treatment plant. I know that on February 7th, they're going to be bringing it to the commission. But I still, I mean, even if the commission says, okay, go ahead, I think it's good to have them come and explain it. I mean,
I agree.
Explain it
I
several
agree.
times, but not everybody has.
No, I think once that once the thing is approved or not approved, I never assume.
Yeah.
Okay, then there's a series of other things that have to happen. So Alan and Susan Grant are the good people to talk to about that.
Right.
Okay. And I think, with questions and stuff like that, they could take, a good half hour, maybe not more than.
Oh,
that.
yeah, yeah. And I'll jump in and do a little bit about the infrastructure task force too. So you're
Okay.
looking at a half hour.
Okay. And then we have Zoe, who wants to talk about the education listening campaign, of which I don't know anything about.
I know about that.
Well,
I
what's
think
that?
I think they're trying to get people to go into the schools and talk to the kids and listen to what
Yeah,
they
I
have
think
to
I-
say. It was something about they wanted the commissioners and city staff to volunteer to go into the schools and talk. And that's all I know about it so far.
Did they,
Was
was
the-
that brought up? That was, she said that at a conference meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
What are
that.
they gonna talk about?
Uh,
You mean like what they do or?
Could be.
Civic engagement?
Mary, can I make a suggestion that you give Zoe a call and ask her that since she's coming, that she should give us an update on the joint use park program? Because they passed it about 8 months ago.
Yeah,
Let's see
I
how
don't
it's
think-
going.
I don't think she's gonna know. I
She
can,
knows it. No, she knows everything. That's her baby.
okay,
She knows it. That's her baby. So we should get an update on, now that it's been adopted and got $19 million to spend, how's it going? What schools are moving forward? What's the
Okay.
planning?
I don't know that anything's happened. Somebody asked me that at the opening ceremony for the aquatic center, and I'm on the parks board, and as is Deborah Rosenbaum, we go, we don't, nothing's happened as far as we know.
Well, that's why we want her there to start talking about why nothing is happening.
Because, nothing seems to happen very fast with them.
Yeah, well, if you don't keep asking, nothing will move.
This
It's true.
Okay, I will have her talk about that. What about the Bezos thing? So we just hold off on that? We'll hold off on
I
that.
don't know, I never could understand that. I was at a couple of meetings about that. And that's this whole thing where, the rich people give money to the schools to improve the schools. And I think we should be improving our schools. I think we should be spending whatever it takes to improve our schools and not relying on the charity of Bezos to do it. But you know what? It's money.
Well,
You can't turn away money.
I think I'll not bring that up. I'll just do this
Yeah,
joint.
it's up to you.
That'll be enough, because
Is that like an endowment you're talking about?
It's a grant. They wanted to give grants to the local schools, but they pick the programs. They pick the curriculum.
so good luck getting that bio.
Curating. So it's
Was that gonna
curated.
be at a specific school? Isn't that the way it was gonna work?
I don't know the answer to that.
I don't remember now, but I thought it was supposed to be happening now. This past school year,
Don't know.
when the school year started, but I don't remember. It's been so long since I heard
Oh,
anything about it.
maybe I will have her touch on. I just don't want, I love Zoe, but she can kind of go on a little bit. And I just don't want it to be, because we have stuff to talk about council business also, like the nominating committee. I don't know if that'll take a lot of time, but it could. You know, it could.
There's Melinda.
I'll talk to Zoe. I'll ask her. And then you'll see it on the agenda, if she's gonna talk about any of the other things. Because I was in a Parks Board meeting last week and what were we hearing about? The whole hockey event on the beach and at Holiday Park. DC Alexander Park is about to get started. Hi, Melinda.
Hey, sorry I'm late. I just finished a
would-
meeting.
I was surprised about that private concert that they're having on the beach that citizens aren't even allowed to go to.
The hockey
That's a
thing?
totally, yeah, that concert they're having is totally private.
I
You
know,
cannot buy a ticket.
correct. We
Yeah.
asked. We all asked if we could, you know, can we buy, I didn't ask. I think it's a country thing. I don't really like country music, but no. It's all, I don't know.
Well, I guess you could stand there and listen to it, right?
Well, the
Hmm.
whole beach parking lot is closed. And it's been
Wow.
since last week. I mean, like maybe all last week.
Oh, wow.
Who
Yeah.
sponsors it?
The
Panthers.
NHL.
Yeah,
No,
the
the
Panthers.
NHL is paying for
Oh.
that, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's their party.
yeah.
Hmm.
And it's their party, but we're paying for a portion of it, you know. The commission agreed to pay, you know, 50 grand here, 100 grand there for some of the events. We're supporting them.
Because
And-
they're helping out with the park and the,
No, because it's
Renovation.
business and the hotels are packed and that's
Right.
business.
right.
Mm,
All right.
okay.
Well, the other problem, well, we'll get to that in a minute. Well, we'll get there now. Okay, so I'll talk to Zoe about those additional two things, the joint use parks and Bezos program, if that's worth talking about. So now let's get down to the, and those are the only things we're covering as far as outside speakers. I figure we don't need any more. A lot of times I feel like we have too many. No.
Well, you know, we have a new fire chief.
We'll have him in maybe March, because I don't really have much going on in March.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought about that. Okay, so but I think this is enough. You know, it's Valentine's Day. Oh, okay, so.
Valentine's Day. Can we get some cookies or something in and put them on a table?
Just wait, I got some. I got some. Go.
Yeah.
You know me, I love chocolate and cookies.
Okay, I might have disappointed you what I got, but anyway, okay, so the
Oh,
nominating committee. I got two of you on here from the nominating committee. You want to give us a rundown? I kind of have an idea.
Oh, you mean of the candidates?
Well, I mean,
Yes.
Everybody's, well, let's see, it's you for president. Who's the first vice president? Oh,
JJ.
Dr. JJ. The second vice president is Michael. The secretary, you're what, the corresponding secretary, Jim?
Yes, sir.
And the recording secretary is Kathy. And who's the next person? Chair of committees is Marilyn. Who did I leave off? Treasurer's Melinda.
Treasurer.
And then the district commissioner, district reps, right? That's it.
Yeah.
Did I leave anybody out?
you got
District
Melinda.
one. District one is Abby. I did say Melinda.
Oh, okay.
He sent me.
District one is Abby. District two is gonna be Bill from the beach, Bill Brown.
Brown.
He confirmed today. District three is Frankie. And District four, we don't have yet.
I got turned down to 3 people already. It's like nobody wants this job, but I keep working on it. I got a couple of others. Anybody got any suggestions? I wanted Earl Prisley from
What about,
Lauderdale Isles.
Do you know who Tom Tuberville is?
No, who's Tom Tuber?
Yeah.
From Edgewood. He's the rep for Edgewood.
Oh, I had wanted Wendy, but she's so overwhelmed. What's his name? Tom?
Tom Tuberville.
Tuberville, and he's been coming to our meeting.
Got him. Okay, Tom Tuberville. So I asked Earl, he's busy. I asked Nancy Long, she's busy. I asked, there was another person, I'm still waiting to hear from Estelle Brennan. Anybody know Estelle Brennan?
I know.
She
who-
hasn't
I know her
responded.
pretty well, and I didn't say anything about district rep, but I did ask her. I said, "Hey, we've got some open council spots." But she texted me back and said she just felt with work and her being president of her neighborhood that she couldn't at this point. But sure, I mean, definitely, maybe if you
I
ask her
got
again.
phone calls and stuff in just to see if she'll do it. So
Okay.
I'll add Tommy Tuberville to my list. Does
Yeah.
anybody know the name of the lady from Beverly Heights who comes to our meetings? She's not the president. Joe Felmuth is the
Yes,
president.
it's
Lynette or something?
Lynn Winters.
Lynn
Oh, yeah.
Winters, thank you.
And I have her contact details, Marilyn, if you want them.
Please, could you send them over to me? Because I think she's a
Yeah.
good bet. She's a good bet, and she's always at the meetings. So it
She
would
is,
be a
yeah,
good
no,
bet.
I'll send it to you right now.
Thank
By,
you.
yeah, by text.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep looking.
Okay,
We're talking about for District 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then nominations are going to be accepted from the floor in both February and March, and I think we're going to have some.
so in March is also when we vote, am I correct?
Yes,
Yes.
the election
So
is
if
in
you
the
think we're
March
gonna
meeting.
have some, I mean, you think you're gonna have more than one person for each? For
Well, according to the bylaws, we have a written ballot, and that's is waived. What happened before one election, I remember what Christine did was we made up ballots, and each association had a ballot and envelope with their association, the voting members. And it was given to them, and I don't remember if we made them sign the envelope, not the ballot, but that's how we did it. And we had a ballot ready to go, because what's going to happen is we don't know who the write-in people are going to be. So we're going to have a ballot in case there is a contested election.
Okay, so for March, we'll make up a ballot, and then we'll have like a square where there's somebody can write in a candidate, because there's somebody that's nominated from the floor in March. That makes sense?
You have
Oh,
to.
I think, well,
Okay.
if there's a nomination from the floor in February, are we going to put those on the ballot? Is that what you
Yeah.
want to do? And just the
Yeah.
write-in for March would not be. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
No,
no,
you,
I think March it
And
says,
see, the other issue is that the nominating committee wants to meet after our meeting in February, and I don't really see a need for it. What are we going to talk about? The nominations will be done after I make the report in February, right?
Yeah.
We're not the
With the exception of the
election.
write-in.
We're not the election people. What I would suggest you do is pick 2 people that night to count the ballots that are not candidates. And not tell them in advance, just pick 2 people that volunteer.
it says nominations.
So it's all on the up and up.
Okay, nominations from the floor are accepted at the February and March general meeting. Well. And no nominating committee member shall be eligible for election on the board of directors unless nominated from the floor. Okay,
Yeah, so their name can't be on the ballot until they're nominated.
so what we'll do is we'll know who's nominated from the floor in February. Can make up a ballot like that, and for each position, we'll just make an extra place where somebody can be written in that gets
Yeah.
nominated from the floor in March.
I hate to complicate things, but that means that you have to have a clean list of all members
I
who are
will,
voting members.
right.
That's a big job.
I
And it's gonna,
have
is it all members from the previous year or all members who have paid their dues in the upcoming year?
Good question.
Well, it would
Well-
be all current people who are current right now. So
Yeah.
when I do my treasurer's report, really that membership list that is attached would be everyone who can vote, because it actually says like for what year they're paid up through. So like my list is essentially everyone can vote for sure. So we can take a look at that.
Because
Yeah.
we still are in the previous year when. people
Right.
In March.
Right, so it's everybody
Yeah.
from this current year who's a
Yeah.
member.
From
We have it.
2022.
Yeah.
20,
Yeah.
that's great, that's great, that's an
Yeah.
easy, that's a clean list.
Yeah.
Yes, the dues period starts April 1st, right? Isn't that right,
the new
Melinda?
year starts April 1st, correct, but.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. But
So
Right.
essentially, like if someone wrote a check, Mary and I were just talking about this on, well, emailing it. It's, for example, like someone who had not been a member in the past, like or not in the recent past, like Breakwater Civic, or I forget the exact name, but so they like did a PayPal in October, but I'm saying, well, you weren't already a member, so that's your payment to be a current voting member for the period that ends 3/31/2023. And then they're going to have to do another payment to be a voting member for fiscal 24.
Right.
So, and that's, so some
Fine.
people now though are renewing. So, Croissant Park just paid, but they're already a current voting member. So they've now paid for 2024, and we'll ratchet up the campaign, Mary. I'll let you, I'm going to check that box tomorrow too, and I'll let you know if anything's come in. Most people are doing it by PayPal.
Yeah,
But I'll help you ratchet up the campaign to, this is kind of like mid-January into January where we start telling people, okay, now preferably by PayPal, but if you could get your dues, start paying for 2024.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of like Coral Ridge, like we have all new, when our January meeting, we vote in all new officers. And then that's when we generally join. And I think a lot of civic associations do that. They change over in the beginning of the year. So don't worry, I'll be working on that. I'll be working on that with Melinda, and your report makes it very easy. And I had to laugh. I had asked her some questions and she answered me so perfectly. I didn't get the first sentence. She goes, well, if you read my first sentence, I'm like, I'm getting old. I'm just skipping the first sentence now.
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
Well,
Yeah.
getting back to what I brought up, I do want to know, don't you want us to, our job is done after the February meeting. We make the report. Am I right or wrong? What are we going to do? What are we going to do at a meeting that we have in February after our meeting, the nominating committee?
I don't know.
Why would we meet?
I don't know why you need to meet in person.
Yeah.
Well, we were going to meet on Zoom, but I don't know why we have to meet. Do you know why, Marilyn? Just because it was brought up?
No, I mean, once the nominating
Because we're not
committee-
the election board.
Once the nominating committee makes its recommendations, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, even if there are nominations from the floor, it's not part of the nominating committee's recommendation. So whoever the nominating committee recommends at the February meeting, and anybody who gets nominated from the floor, that's it until March, in case happens more. So I think you're right, Dennis. I don't think there's any need for us to meet
There is.
beyond your making that report.
I think that's right. I guess,
Okay.
bylaws again, I think that's fine.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay, I just wanted direction because I'm sure there's going to be somebody that thinks we need to meet.
Don't need to meet.
Well,
Somebody-
neither of you.
Does somebody want to run for president?
I have no idea. We are going to have nomination from the floor. I know that for a fact, but I don't know what position.
I heard Mary Peliquin's got just an incredible interest in the position.
That's good because we nominated her.
Good.
I think I have 2 more years in me, unless some youngin comes along that wants to do it. Oh, we'll see.
There's
Youngin?
no
youngin,
youngins,
some
Mary.
youngin.
There's no youngins.
Okay.
I wonder what the average age of the membership is, because it's not very young.
No.
Well, no, because, well, look at Melinda. She's not old.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I guess I'm
No,
not
I
super
meant,
young
yeah,
either.
Melinda, no, with all respect, you're not 22 or 29 or 30.
Yeah, I was born in the 70s. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, so my point was, in that age group, the upcoming new leaders of the community, not a lot of faces.
Well, I think when you've got both mom and dad or somebody's working and they got kids at home and the kids are in sports and stuff like that.
Yeah,
This kind of thing
Well-
takes a backseat.
well, there's a lot
Yeah.
of singles in this town. Like every day, there's another 4,000 moving in downtown to one apartment.
Yeah, but they're busy.
Yeah.
Being
Busy,
singles.
busy being single, yeah. Looking for
Right.
somebody not to be single with.
That's right.
Well, certainly
All right.
Christina too was, well, she had young kids. I mean,
Yeah,
relatively
kids.
young kids.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
the new Jay Schechtman, Tarpon River Civic would, he's rolled off, but then Vanessa Apotheker,
Yeah.
she's a friend of mine. She's just taken over as president of Tarpon River.
I thought about her for District 4.
Estelle Brennan is not super young, but she's not, that. So there are some, people who are not retired, for,
They're not
involved, but
70? Okay.
it can just depend too, like since I'm a CPA and I've been working from home the past 10 years, but I've been able to do some volunteer things in the community. I don't know if that, it certainly wasn't always like that.
Well, if everybody's life changes, I mean, I'm kind of hoping like this next thing okay, so we got your nominating committee. I think we got
That's
you
it.
squared away, right? Just gotta
That's
find,
it. Unless anybody has any questions, that's basically it.
no,
You have anything to add, Marilyn? That's it, right?
No, the only thing I want to add is as the chair of committees, Dennis has done a bang up job of
Yeah.
this, bang up job.
we knew we would. Okay,
But
so
thank you.
the next thing, I know I didn't put the I guess I could put the only I could talk. I could put this up here. There we go. Share. So the next thing is the I want to talk about. Why is that doing that?
Yeah. Yeah, that one's.
Down there. Okay, Gulfstream Brewery, February 20th. And Michael Albetta, myself and my husband went over there and met the owner, who is a very youngish, yeah, she has kids in elementary school at Bayview, owner Cherie. And I think, yeah, what we're gonna do, it looks like a good fun place, because our goal is to always have these, or try to have these things at a locally owned entity. And I don't know if any of you have ever been to this brewery, but it's it's a nice casual place.
Is it on 13th Street?
Yeah,
Yes. I have the address. I'll put it on here.
Do they have good parking?
yes,
Uh,
there's a lot there.
yeah, they do, and they do, and they don't, but yeah, that's a little worrisome. She says, oh no, you can park right, there's a lot of street parking too. On 12th, I have to take a good look at that. But so what we said we would do is have it start at 6, and we'll buy everybody one drink. So everybody who comes in, the first 50 people, if we have 50 people, I'll be thrilled. We'll get a drink ticket, so you get one drink on us. And then they'll have some hors d'oeuvres or some charcuterie or whatever, however you say that, boards for hors d'oeuvres. And then, people can buy themselves a pizza or whatever they want else to eat in there, and more drinks if they want more drinks.
Mary, I thought we were gonna get the pizza donated from Jets.
But you can't have Jets come
No,
Yeah, right. You can't do
That's not
that.
gonna
to another place.
Oh,
There's a pizza thing in there, so no.
okay, all righty, gotcha.
No, so, and if 50 people come at $6 a ticket, that's $300. And then I told her only $200 worth of food. So our $500 budget for this. And we'll see how it goes. I'll put on an invitation. Well, of course, we'll invite all the presidents and the reps and the alts, the city commission. I'd like to, invite, the heads of divisions. I have the list. We have it in constant contact. Things like Karen Walfall and, the parks, Bill, and, people like that are heads of departments and their staff. We'll see how it goes.
we could do the membership drive at the same time. Bring your join it, have a little table set up.
Well, we could, but the thing is, the way we do membership now, it's just all online and almost everybody goes to our,
I could always have like a little sign in with the QR code so that they
Right.
could, it'll take them straight to our website so they can pay via PayPal and do their application. Could do like
Okay.
just a big QR code. Well,
Oh,
not big, but
great. That's great. That's great. Then you just
Yeah.
click it on their
Perfect.
phone and join right there.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah,
they can do that, but remember, this is for fun, so I don't want to
yeah.
stay away with trying to take their money. And,
Can we bring a +1? Can we bring a hubby and a partner?
I don't see why not, bring them, I don't know.
I
if
mean, they're the ones who
if we have
sacrifice our
very rich
time.
people, we'll buy them a drink too, but
Yeah, don't worry, we'll buy our own drinks, but we should be able
Yeah,
to
why
bring
not?
some.
yeah, I say yes. What the rest of you think?
Why not?
Yeah, I think especially this first one too, like then once people know each other or like socialize, then they'll be maybe like the next time they may not. I
Yeah.
don't know, who knows? But sorry, Mary, did you say it's $7?
Pardon?
You mentioned $7 per?
No, the drinks, she said she gave us the drinks would be $6. So every,
Oh, okay, that's gonna be the charge to us.
that's a charge to us. Now, when you buy your own drink, I think it's more than $6. I should ask Bob, but we'll
This is a,
break. And I'm all for passing out all 50 tickets and, and a lot of people, I mean, I have a lot of people that, they don't drink, but they can get a soda or something like that. The beer at this place is pretty good. I had one. I'm not necessarily always the biggest fan of beer, but it was their beer. It was pretty good. So there'll be invites going out for that also. So,
That's
and
great.
February 20th is a Monday. It's President's Day. So it's a holiday.
Oh, that's good.
And the only problem is
Mhm.
that there's a commission meeting the next day. Now, I've been told that 3 of the commissioners are not going to have their pre-commission meetings. I've been told this. I don't know it firsthand. I know John Herbst is going to have his at 4 o'clock on that day because I asked if he was going to have explained what was going on. So I tell you, can you guys reach out to your commissioners and see if they're going to have a pre-commission meeting that day? And tell them they are going to be invited to a party, so they might want to have it earlier or not at all, or some other time. Do you mind doing that, Frankie?
I beg your pardon?
If you can reach out to Commissioner,
Oh, certainly. I'll talk to her.
yeah, find out if she's going to have one. Because we're going to have this social, it's a holiday. Normally, they don't have them on a holiday, but 3 of the commissioners are new, so they might do it, something different.
Yes.
Well, Commissioner Beasley Pittman has hers at the park and it's closed. The city has off for President's Day now.
Right, so
hmm,
she might not be having it. If somebody could just check.
Oh, so City Hall is closed.
Yep, they now have President's Day off.
Oh,
Okay.
then
From what I understand.
Warren won't have his meeting because he has it at the city hall.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
he could do it Friday. I don't know.
That's up to him, but it
Yeah.
won't be on Monday.
Well,
It
if
will
you
not
already-
be on
didn't you-
Monday. We'll be at the party.
Yeah,
Maybe-
You already arranged it for that day, right?
Yes, it's arranged for that day, and
Yeah.
At first, I really wanted to have it on Tuesday because that's Fat Tuesday.
oh, yeah.
oh, wow.
Fortunately, she was already booked with something else. And I went, oh, that would have been bad because that really is a commission meeting. So,
Is it right?
Yeah, No.
so that's the scoop on that. And, I think we got to do this year, 4 times, see how it goes. It's something that should grow. And I want it to be fun. I wish I could think of some fun thing, but other than, liquor and pizza. That's
That's
pretty,
enough.
That's
enough.
good fun for me. Liquor and pizza
Okay.
works for me.
okay, good. All right. So this is going to be an
Yeah.
experiment.
Food and
And,
booze. All right.
$500, I think we're fine. see how it works. Okay, and then the next thing I want to talk about is a membership drive. I'm going to kind of pretty much manage this myself, but Melinda keeping track of everything. We have in the past put this out through Constant Contact. I might do it that way. I might even do it from my own email, because a lot of times people say, oh, your Constant Contact goes right into my junk file. Now, I don't know if that really happens or not, but people say it does. So I'm gonna I'm gonna think about it. I mean, it's only when we have 3 people already paid, right, Melinda? So that's only 49 emails. I got I don't know. We'll see how I feel about that.
Yeah, sure. Well, let me know if you want me to help too.
Okay.
As treasurer, I could do so, because oftentimes sometimes treasurers say, hey, your membership, I need your money.
Well, the way you keep track of it is terrific. That's the biggest help of all. Nobody ever did that before. And just keep doing what you're doing. I have a master spreadsheet that I try to keep track of. It's actually I don't know if Ron the cop put that together or Marilyn did. It might have been Marilyn, and he just used it. So kept using it. So that way I can, because once somebody joins, I have to make sure if there's any changes that gets put in Constant Contact properly. It gets put on the spreadsheet I was just talking about properly. Maybe on the website, their information needs to be updated. The roster needs to be updated. There's one other thing I don't remember, but there is for everything, every time an association joins or changes, there's 5 things you got to consider. And once I get on,
Fortunately, JJ will be doing that for you now.
well, next year.
Next year, yeah.
Not soon enough.
Yeah. So I'll show them. I'll show them. But you get thrown into that right away. I had Christina do it last year, because if you remember, I became president a year ago, and all of a sudden I was president and first vice president. And look at this, I think I kind of am again. And I was like, oh man, I can't do all this. I can't remember what else is going on. So I talked Christina into being the first vice president and doing all the membership stuff. And honestly, as brilliant as she is, it was quite a chore to show her all the stuff that had to be done. And she did it. She got it done. So, okay. That's that. Okay, the next thing, Valentine treats. So I got roses for everybody.
Nice.
Real.
Oh,
Because I thought, I'll just get live roses for everybody, and that'll be 50 roses. And I went, I'm not doing that. I'm just, even to carry around 50 roses. So these are fake roses. So we don't give them away. We'll have them for next year. And these are, these are my gift. And then I didn't get chocolate, but maybe I'll get some chocolate. But I got special lollipops like this for everyone. But, maybe I'll get some Hershey Kisses too, Marilyn, since you like chocolate. I don't want you, but I thought that was fun. I tried to get, were wax lips. And
Gosh.
Remember those?
Yeah, I ordered a couple, but they look crummy. They were real crummy. I think they used to be better back in the old day. Now what do I do with this?
Do you know what she's talking about, Melinda? Are you too young to know about the wax lips?
is it like something you just hold in your, it covers the lips?
No, you actually would put them in your mouth and they went over your lips.
Yeah. And then
they were like terrible paraffin.
Yeah, they're with a little bit of sugar in them, just enough that if you're a kid, you started chewing it.
Oh, it was
and you think that they would taste really, really good, and they never really did.
So you're supposed to actually eat them?
No.
You could chew them, but probably there's so many chemicals in there. You shouldn't have, but it's like all the other stuff we did back then that, people say would kill you today.
Yeah.
I think all the board,
we didn't know any better.
I think all the board members should be required to wear red.
All the
Oh,
board members required. to
Okay.
All
wear
the board
red.
members
I
wear
like
red.
that.
Oh, board members. Oh, okay.
Yes, and I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the hats with the little hearts on them. They're
That'd
a
be
buck
cool.
a piece. I get a couple of those, be a little festive.
Okay.
Well, the guys probably aren't gonna wear the hats.
No, the
Speaking
guys
for-
don't wear the hats, but you know, you
No.
can wear a red polo shirt if you like.
There you
That's
go.
fine.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
the
I-
next thing, the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Now, it's on March 11th and it's on the beach.
What?
What?
Yes,
Because of
so
the construction.
this is another problem.
Ooh,
Abby wanted me to make sure and, you know, express her displeasure that the St. Patrick's Day Parade is on the beach. And because, and I guess it was presented at the PBA meeting last week, and people were not happy because it's just another thing shutting down A1A. It's like, why are you not having it downtown? Well, because of construction. And I guess the construction on Las Olas over the tunnel. I don't, not even. It did go-
Wow.
no, that makes a lot of sense because it ran right through Los Olas by the tunnel. No, it makes a lot of sense.
Okay, but I guess the people that live on the beach, I think, are beginning to be up to here with.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, so you say, no, it's on the beach. I personally am not interested in being in this. I know that in years past, a lot of people really enjoyed being in this parade. I think I was in it once, and it was okay. But I mean, it took the whole day, and it was kind of fun. But I wondered what does the council get out of this, really? And if there's anybody that wants to do this, and you know, you have all my support except for don't make me be there. Oops, Marilyn, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
No, I'm just thinking this now. I think it's a perfect excuse for us not to participate this year because of the beach issue. You know,
Yeah,
I did it for many, many years. It took a lot of time and energy and work, and you're right. What did we get? We got to march down the street and do a twirl in front of the you know, the grandstand and walk out. I mean, we didn't get anything. We didn't get members. We didn't get recognition. We didn't. The only thing we got was a couple of people really liked to be in the parade as opposed to be watching the parade. But I think, you know, this year we can just say, oh, not this year because it's not downtown. It's a
Yeah.
great excuse not to do it. I won't be here, so I'm not in.
A lot of neighborhoods though would go in it, and it was nice that the council was with them, but I don't have a problem with skipping it
Yeah.
this year, but I think we should consider it maybe in another year if people are
Yeah.
interested.
sure.
The thing is, once you drop out, usually, and you know, people are saying, you know, they don't want to do it anymore. But you know, it is a big event for the city, and a lot of neighborhoods did do it along with the
Yeah,
council.
and the nice thing about it was that we used to pay the one fee, okay? The $150 fee, and then everybody used to march with us. So each individual civic association didn't have to pay $50. We paid the $50 and, you know, 4, 5, sometimes 10 civic associations marched with us. So that was a savings for our members who wanted to participate.
Well, maybe we should do that this year, pay and just not, you know, let the neighborhoods participate under the council. And we pay the $50.
Can't do it that way. You got it.
Why?
The council being the sponsor has to take all the responsibility.
Yeah, they
Fill
gotta
out the
organize.
forms, go to the meetings, you know, be on the spot and hold the spot. No. I mean, if we're not gonna do it, I mean, if we don't have somebody who wants to take on the responsibility of being the sort of grand marshal, you know, it won't work. You need somebody who's so enthusiastic that they want to
you
do
know-
it, that they'll do it.
Dennis isn't here, but
Yes, he is.
Dennis really likes doing this and he's done it before. I'm just saying,
Ooh.
you know, look, Mary doesn't want to do it. I heard from Jim, he said he's not interested. Marilyn's not, Dennis, I don't know if you are, but I think you're somewhat ambivalent and oh, well, let's see. I don't know. You think Frankie's not there. Melinda, do you care if we don't do it?
I don't mind if we don't. I wouldn't be able to commit a lot of time if we're looking for a leader, so I wouldn't be the
Yeah.
leader.
I guess that's kind of the issue. I think
Marilyn,
everybody
are
is so overwhelmed at this point with everything that they're involved in that it's an added burden. I'm just being very candid. If Michael wants to do it, that maybe that's your grand marshal and the extent of the council's involvement, but I'm just,
I'll run
I'm
it by
considering
him.
him. Yeah, because he's not here.
Marilyn, who did it? Who went to all the meetings and stuff before you?
Me. And then Colleen took it over.
Right. And I doubt that she'd do it this year because
No.
she hasn't been that engaged at all.
I think too, I'm a little bit concerned that the CBA members were so unhappy with this. I'm not even
Mhm.
sure they went through the process that you normally go through for special events on the beach. I think I kind of heard that somebody said, well, did you go through Brittany? And that whoever the man was, I don't know who it was that was speaking, said, I hired Brittany. So it must be a city employee. I don't know who, I just don't know. I just kind of, I'd like to just, first of all, I'm not that interested and I'm going to be honest. And because for the reasons that Marilyn said, I don't know what we get out of it. And the one year I did it, like took the whole day and it was nice to be around everybody, but I was glad to go home. And I just
Do we know did they put up the path on the website and like where, how like usually like last year we ended at Huizinga, we usually end at Huizinga
Well,
and then we
don't-
have like the big, like the band show, like the performers and then the party. Are they still going to have that? But maybe on the beach?
Do not know. Do not know.
That's the other
No.
thing. When they develop Huizinga, what are they going to do for events like this when they have them downtown?
Oh, there'll be plenty of room in Huizinga
Yeah,
for the
they'll be able
party.
to use it.
Yeah,
There's always Esplanade too, though, for,
right.
with the band shell.
Listen, there's
Well,
gonna,
I don't hear any great
Top part.
enthusiasm for it, Mary. Why don't you just call back Susanna, whatever her name was,
Yeah.
and say we're not participating this year?
Samantha.
Samantha, yeah.
Yeah, I will do that. And I'll go, I'm just gonna say, please keep us on the list for next year.
Yeah, great.
That's good.
No, that's
good.
fine.
That's good.
Yeah, that's
All
good.
right.
There's one thing we don't have on, there's one thing we don't have on the agenda. You don't have anything on the agenda about neighbor support night.
Ooh,
Oh,
Good
good
catch.
point. Oh, good point.
good point.
Brought that
Oh, yeah,
up.
that's the 16th,
Oh, I'm sorry.
February 16th.
Yeah, I gotta add that to this agenda. That's Thursday, February, but the same week as our meeting.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Mike, he's our liaison with neighborhood support, and I know Jet's Pizza is gonna be, that's 2 pizza meals in 1 week for all of us. I think it's all,
If I'm there at all, it'll be for a brief time because that's the night of my county advisory board.
okay,
I'll be there. I'll be there volunteering.
okay.
I'll come by.
I should be able to go.
Me too. I'll be there.
Because one year we didn't have a meeting in February, but we didn't have a January meeting. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have a February meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you brought that up, Dennis. Thank you. I
You're
feel like I'm forgetting something else, but I don't know what it is. Next week, Tuesday through Sunday, I will be out of town, but I'll be reachable. But I won't be here. But so I want to have the February meeting really all squared away. Here, I'm looking to see if I can see when they don't really have the route on here. New parade route. Oh, wait, new parade route. Why won't it work? Here we go. So the staging is at, it's on, A1A, but it's on Birch Road, really, at Birch Road between Terramar Street and Riomar Street. And it goes all the way on the southbound Birch Road, all the way around to Las Olas. I'm looking at this right. And then up at the beach. I think I just said that whole thing backwards.
Where are they gonna end up? At the park?
They're gonna end up. I guess so, yeah, at the park at Las Olas.
It's
Okay.
good. It's going to be fine for the event. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Okay, so road closed. 1A is closed. And traffic's gonna be detour on Birch Road in 2 directions. Is that possible? Yeah, that's possible. Yeah. All right, well, that's where it is. A1A, and it starts, I'm sorry, and it starts at Terramar Street. That's where all the staging is.
Mhm.
Does it say what time it is gonna be?
Guys, with all due respect, since we're not going to be there, can we just move on to the next
Yeah.
thing?
There
7:30
isn't.
AM to 12:30 PM. Okay. All right, next thing, board meeting minutes from December 27th. Anybody remember that day? Take a look at it. I attached them to the,
I have a correction.
okay,
Let me pull it up.
Under council business, it says nominating committee will take nominations from the floor for the February meeting. It should be March too.
okay. Okay, let me write that in here. Okay. Any other corrections?
I move that we adopt them as corrected.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
I,
All right, and then, how about, Melinda, if I stop sharing and make you the host, and this is gonna stop the recording, but that's okay. Let's see. Make host. Yes, that way.
okay.
Do the,
Okay, great. Yeah, I see it there.
While Melinda is getting her stuff up, I was assigned to go and get prices for the new neighborhood association map.
oh, good,
Remember that? Okay,
yeah,
I'm working on that. And I will, at the next meeting, I'll report a number of prices that I've gotten for that.
Okay,
So we
good.
can move forward on that.
That'd be great. Thank you, Marilyn. Good.
Okay, so just a quick treasurer's report. Our total in the 2 accounts that you guys can probably see it is 8,592.61. The council PayPal account, we did get a payment from, I believe it was Croissant Park in the last month, and that will be for their 2024 fiscal 24 membership. And the Truist account, the main thing that came out of there was our check to Gatner, which is our IT and web hosting, and they do everything for us, I guess, with regards to that. And so that they did cash that check, I think it was about $450. And I did also get a check from Beverly Heights at the January membership meeting from Lynn Winters. And so that has gone in. And that brings me to the, you've had this list for a little while, but then just what I did for Mary to just when we're looking at who's prepaid in a sense, or who's paying now for 2024.
Mhm.
It would just be River Garden Sweeting. They had prepaid for 2024. This amount that was actually back in April. We have Beverly Heights with that check. They are now that is going towards 2024, and then Croissant Park. And then everyone else, to include these here, River Garden, Beverly Heights, and Croissant Park, are eligible to vote in our election.
Right.
Where if you see that the membership year, if it says 2023, they're eligible, and all of the 2024s are also eligible because they've been members in 2023 too.
Cool.
That's great. I really appreciate this report. I look at it. When I'm lately, I've been looking at it a lot just to clean everything up because.
Yeah.
Melinda, is the hosting for a year? Is that for a year?
Oh,
Yeah.
it is for a year, but
Mhm.
then when we ask them to do sometimes we ask them to do work, so then there can be an invoice for that too, if we ask for some work to be done. So, I mean, sometimes we do have some invoices during the year if we ask for something specific, but generally, but yeah, this would be the biggest expense generally.
Does the council still have a PO box?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just asking because in the past that slipped through the cracks and it got closed once.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nobody nobody
I'll
paid
definitely
the
check
bill.
on that on the renewal date. I'm running over there this week. So, but yeah, my
They-
name is on the box now.
And they usually put a little reminder in there because that whole episode where it was not paid, that's when I came in as the temporary treasurer.
I do-
Okay, yeah. I'll
Melinda,
just
I have a
clarify our
question.
renewal date.
Yeah, I
Yes.
have a question. At one point, not that long ago, we had a little over $11,000 in the account. Now we're down to 8. And I know we've done some things, but the dues haven't changed.
Right.
I think we've got more participation, so that would indicate by default that we're spending more.
Well, we had quite a few expenses in relation to our election forums.
Mhm.
And then I did reimburse myself I believe it was early January, maybe late December, for the renewal of our D&O insurance.
Right.
Which is not cheap. It's
How much was it?
I believe that it's about $900, maybe $800. It's
That's
about
cheap.
900.
That's
Oh, it's
cheap.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's very, very cheap. Yeah. I was wondering, I was
I
gonna
mean, it
ask
was
about that too.
standard. It's pretty much what my civic association is paying. But yeah, I pay that online, but I did reimburse myself. So that, I mean, I can give you guys a breakdown if you want, like why, because we did have quite a few expenses with our YMCA.
Oh, right,
forums.
right. Well, that was
We
kind
got
of
one-
unique.
Yeah,
We're gonna need that breakdown for the audit committee, which
We
has to
are.
be,
Yes.
oh, audit committee, whoa. We have to do the audit committee, Mary. I think somewhere in February, we're supposed to be nominating an audit committee. Wasn't that
Right.
the deal?
That's
You might
what
want
it
to put that
was.
on the agenda again.
I'm looking, hang on.
Yeah, I think it's, you do the
And then
audit. You guys generally do it, you'll do it for the fiscal 23 year, but yeah, you'll need the audit committee set up. And then
During the
you'll
month
usually
of
do the
April.
audit in like April or May, I guess.
April.
Got it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the report.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
But it says in the bylaws when that has to be done and when
I'm
the
reading
committee's
it, yeah.
appointed.
It says
Yeah.
the treasurer's book shall be audited annually during the month of April. A committee of 2 persons appointed by the council will perform this audit. The council may request interim audits at any time. Wow. So it's 2 people during the month of April. We'll need that.
Okay,
We'll need that. So we don't have to worry about that today. Okay. Anything else? Okay. So. Anybody wanna say bye? I can just say.
Maryland's in a
think we have to
cake.
do the
Maryland,
whole-
turn the lights
meeting
out.
is over.
I got company, I gotta go, guys.
Okay.
Oh,
You turn the
okay.
light, how did you make it all dark?
It's the room gets
Oh,
dark.
the room is, okay.
The room is
You
too
turn off
dark.
the lights.
It's
No.
dark outside.
That's
It's
true.
time to go have dinner, come on, guys.
All
Good
right,
night.
you guys.
Good night.
night.
See ya.
The meeting
All right.
is adjourned. All
Thank
right.
you, Mary.
All right.
Okay, thanks so
Everybody
much,
have a nice
Thanks,
Mary.
night.
everyone.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Great job,
Bye-bye.
everyone. Look at, we still have a Maryland. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Oh, I bet she doesn't know that. But you'll end the meeting. It'll kill it.
I'll end it right now. Okay.
Okay, bye.
End meeting for all.